Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Cancer, December 6, 2022. In some ways, you feel especially free to be yourself today, as you explore new ideas or share with others. You are unafraid to be different and not going out of your way to be. Interactions are focused on growth and healing. People enjoy your unique vision or personal philosophy. Still, the moon moves into your solar 10th house of responsibility and accountability for over 2 days, and you're checking in with your goals or the rules. Your priorities or long-term goals are in stronger focus. It's a good time to pour some energy into projects that truly matter to you. Restructuring and organizing efforts can pay off. In your relationships, reasonable expectations and an ability to take the bad with the good helps improve your bond. Prepare for depression and disappointment around romantic matters today. You may suddenly feel overwhelmed by insecurity around intimacy, trust, and sexuality today. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is clashing in a square with Neptune, the planet of delusion, and now swimming within the depths of your solar 8th house of trust. Now isn't a great time for a heart-to-heart. It would be best not to let your emotions or anxiety get the best of you. Try to breathe through any confusion, and don't feed blood to vampires who would just rather see you defeated. What should you invest in? Think about how and in what you want to invest in the long term when Venus in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces. You might feel unsure of the opportunity to invest in a passion project, talent, or idea. Instead of taking a good-natured leap of faith, you should use this square as a cosmic cue to pause for the cause. This is not the time to rush forward or to go all in, especially if you do not have the details you need to make the judgment call on any opportunity to invest in a professional possibility. It was just 3 days ago that the moon, in its final hours in your financial sector, clashed with the dwarf planet Ceres in your income sector. Today the conditions couldn't be more different, with the moon's return to your career sector coming just as Ceres moves into her final 2 weeks. This kicks off a positive few days across the income, work, and career fronts just days before Venus, the planet of money, returns to your work sector. There may be more on your list than you feel you can ever accomplish. Don't be discouraged because you can't do everything, or because you can't become the best at something tomorrow. Becoming overwhelmed will hinder your progress. The goal is to slowly open up to the voice inside of you that intuitively knows what is right at a given time in life. Health practices come and go. The point is to remain mindful so that you can sense when your needs change. Time to see about getting caught up on some work today. This day, encouraging you to work hard and diligently. Given your love of social activities and fun, in all likelihood there are definitely some things that need attention. Put off any social plans you've made for another day and make a list of everything that needs to be done. If there's brain work that's required, don't hesitate, as this will also come more easily for you. While the moon's return to your career sector is going to get the new working week off to a good start, the adventurous lunar vibes that run their course will leave in their wake a sense of anticipation and a taste of things to come. The moon may have moved on, but planets on the playful, creative, and adventurous fronts remain united. Fortunately, as the moon comes full circle from last month's eclipsing full moon, it will be found that the work and life balance challenges 4 weeks ago are no longer there, but with a lot you can still learn from the message this left you with. As you move into some of the most defining days of the year on the romantic front, there is an opportunity today for healing that is closely linked to the spirit of romance and adventure. A friendly aspect between the Sun in your romantic sector and Chiron, the planet of healing in an adventurous part of your chart, is separating just as the adventurous lunar vibes of the last few days run their course. Our eyes in the sky. Emotional frustration could loom early this morning as the moon takes its final steps in Aries before entering Taurus. While the vibe here is mostly sunny, there is a cosmic aspect that could make emotions run wild. Anyone could take arguments to the next level, but you're creating drama on your own today. sowing the seeds of a new beginning. You implement changes in your career. Loved ones have complete faith in you and assist you by discussing the pros and cons of your plans. Success makes others envious, so don't become too big-headed. Guard against potential losses by calmly considering the pitfalls and guard against them as best as you can. Even when events aren't running smoothly, and you come up against difficulties wherever you look, you can still deal with these seemingly adverse conditions in a laid-back manner and see them as a challenge. If something isn't going as you planned, actual outcomes and the obstacles you overcome on the way just serve to make the journey more interesting. Since the moon is in such a tempestuous place right now, try to postpone any serious discussions until tomorrow. Instead, use the evening to focus on self-care and allow yourself to heal from any emotional wounds you might have suffered or inflicted during the day. A good way to make amends would be to relinquish the need to be right and own the consequences of your behavior. There are nice ways to express yourself that won't cause turmoil and issues with those you care deeply about. If you want a situation to change, it's important to choose your words wisely. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon enters Taurus, exiting its void of course which began last night. Under this exalted moon, we tend to be more relaxed. We'll require extra motivation to get us up and energized over the next 2 days. Yet, once we gain momentum, there's virtually no stopping us. Just imagine a bull with its eye fixed upon the matador's flag. A slow amble ramps up to a full-on charge. All our emotions, from anger to passion, function with the same fervor now. Throw off hindrances from the past. Use this freed-up mental energy to begin new projects and develop a more creative approach. Don't be afraid to start afresh in personal relationships, revive friendships instead and rid yourself of long-standing encumbrances. This may cause some confusion at first but eventually pays off. Your inner sense of calm helps. Similarly, we are as stubborn as the bull. Once we have made a choice or determined our position on a subject, we are apt to dig in our heels, rather than relent. Over the next 2.5 days, we attune to creature comforts, prioritizing the safety and security of our physical bodies. This is a period of nourishment through food, sleep, and movement. You rarely experience such a state of clarity and calm, which is of great help if you want to settle any disputes with work colleagues or relatives. Above all, problems which you previously thought unresolved finally disappear. Relieved of the weight of past anxieties and supported by a positive attitude, you find excitement and new freedom to shape your future. Before noon, the moon creates a sextile to Vesta, the goddess asteroid of sacred devotion, in Pisces. Here, the nourishment we provide to our physical and emotional bodies extends to our spiritual bodies as well. Devotional practices mesh seamlessly with our material needs. In fact, both inform each other, granting us a holistic sense of well-being. Our prayers could literally be answered today. Is this a matter of good timing? Perhaps a feeling of connection with our environment and our work is fueling our perception of providence? Who can say for sure? Because the sextile is an organic aspect, we might not notice its effects until later on in the day, when good karma appears to manifest by virtue of good deeds performed or ritual work executed.